Twitter's new owner, Elon Musk, is urging Americans to elect a Republican Congress in this year's midterm elections to counterbalance President Joe Biden's Democrats. This is the first time ever a major social media CEO has explicitly taken a side. Joining me now is former Utah Congressman and a Fox News contributor, Jason Chaffetz. Well, I emphasize the word explicitly because in 2020 they certainly had chosen sides. When you censor information that hurts one candidate over the other, that's clearly taking sides. So they did it before. And they just didn't admit it the way Elon did.
Well, this just triggered them like nothing else. I mean, Elon Musk, you would think acquiring a company that is struggling to say, hey, we're going to have a balanced platform. And then all of a sudden the Whoopi Goldbergs of the world will say, oh, we're going to have to leave. We're going to. All he's asking for is to have a balance there. And I can tell you, as somebody who's been on the receiving end of suppression on both Facebook and Twitter along the way, it is very, very real. I have hundreds of thousands of people that are following me at Jason in the House. And then I send out a tweet that's somehow pro-Republican, having been in Congress. And what happens? He goes to like 9 people.
Yeah. No, there's clear, and actually, I think even now, even with Elon Musk in charge, you still have that shadow banning going on. I mean, he's just begun to clean house, but he's got a long way to go. But the bottom line is, it's not so much that Elon Musk is going to use Twitter to endorse Republicans. He's just going to pull back and not do the censoring that like they did with Hunter Laptop's story. I mean, that's what's going to be happening here, right?
This incestuous relationship between the Federal Bureau of Investigation and Facebook, I think, needs to be explored. A new Congress, 118th Congress, I think this is going to be a vital question. If the House is taken over by Republicans, Jim Jordan would be the chairman of that committee. I think he's going to want to know how many agents, what were they telling him, what were they peppering this information. Remember, it was Mark Zuckerberg who volunteered this information and kind of said the party wasn't supposed to out loud. This idea that they have this incestuous relationship, it's beyond pale. And again, because they get it wrong.
If you're a private company, you can do whatever the heck you want, although you do have those Section 230 provisos that are supposed to prevent that from happening. You're supposed to be an open pipeline, according to Section 230, rather than a censorious publication.
Yeah, well, they take away all the liabilities, so you can have a free speech platform. But again, it's this incestuous relationship that makes no sense.
The bottom line, I think we've reached a point where American voters are so fed up with the way things are going with regard to crime, with regard to the economy, with regard to the open borders, that they don't care what is appearing on social media. It reminds me of 1980, when the entire legacy media back then in 1980 said, if you vote for Ronald Reagan, we're going to be at war with Russia or with the then Soviet Union in a couple of days. The economy is going to be even worse than it is now under Jimmy Carter. And the American public said, I don't care what they're saying. My gut tells me he's the right choice right now.
Yeah, there's only so many times they go out and tell you, and it comes out of the White House too as well. The inflation's not real. You're not paying more for energy. We're bringing down the cost of gas. People know what's happening, and they get treated like idiots, and it should be there. Like, social media is largely entertainment. If you think that's going to be your sole news source, then maybe you should reevaluate where you're getting it.
Yes.
But I think people figure this stuff out. Issues win the day. And Democrats' message going into the final stretch here, what is it that they think America wants more of that Democrats are offering? They've had the House and Senate and the presidency. So you'd think hey, keep us in office and you'll get more of this. Fill in the blank. What is that? I don't think anybody can name that.
By the way, in 2016, Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of the president, President Trump, was able to use Facebook very effectively. And even Forbes put him on the cover saying this is the guy who was responsible for Donald Trump's election. I think that had a lot to do with the reason why they became so obviously censorious in 2020, no?
I think Obama, their team figured out how to use social media, but Jared Kushner and his team were able to go in and figure that out and use that to their advantage as well. But then I do think that's where they said, hey, we got to put the brakes on this because Republicans are actually doing quite well. I had close to 1 million people that were out on Facebook and they couldn't believe it. They gave me a person from Facebook that I could call if I ever had trouble. And then all of a sudden they figured out, wait, he's a conservative Republican. They turned that off, and then they dumped my numbers down to 250,000, and it's been like that for years. It doesn't matter what I do or say, I stay at 250,000 miraculously.
How long do you think it's going to be before Elon Musk is really able to change the substance of Twitter?
I think it's interesting that he brought in Tesla engineers to go in and said, hey, wait, don't change the code. I'm going to use Tesla people to go in and evaluate this. I think if he can get rid of the manipulation, the shadow banning, create a truly balanced platform where equal sides, then he will really have something of great value.
By the way, are you sad you're not a part of this wave, whatever's happening today?
No.
No? You've had it with politics?
Air conditioning and the temperature's just right here at 5.
Gotcha. All right. Good to see you, Jason. We're glad you're here. Thank you very much.